Hello, everyone, and welcome to our Friday session with the spirits. And we're going to start things off. Here we are with our PSV7 Ghost Box. So let's start things off with a backward sweep. That seems to be where I get my best results. Hello, hello, hello. And I always like to start by saying that I only want to hear from kind, loving, gentle spirits. And I don't want to hear from negative spirits or mean spirits. So if you're negative and mean, I don't want to hear from you and prefer if you go. Are there any spirits who would like to say hello? Are there any spirits who need to go into the light? If you do, just find my spirit guides, take their hands, and they'll lead you to the light. I always like to start off with that too. Is there anyone here who would like to say hi to anyone who might be watching this? You know, oftentimes I hear voices when I'm doing this recording that I don't know what they're saying until I go back and sort of review the tape a few times. But I'd like to talk a little bit today, and as I talk, we'll let the spirits comment. Oftentimes they just want to say hello or whatever it is they want to say. I never quite am sure. And I just let them say what they wish to say, because if they're nice spirits, they're always welcome here to say whatever they want. And let me just take a look and make sure everything's working okay. Good. You know, I used to watch the show Ghost Adventures, which is on Travel Channel, and Paranormal State. And I don't know if that's on I forget what, I think that's on Bio. And I think that those shows really sort of opened my eyes a little bit in terms of recording spirits and maybe potentially chatting with them. But I stopped watching those shows because their emphasis is really on sort of the negative side of things, presenting spirits as being demons or potentially violent most of the time. And in the case of Ghost Adventures, there's a lot of emphasis on who died in this house, who was murdered, and reenactment of really gross scenes, which I got tired of. When I started doing this, you know, most of the responses that I got from the spirits were friendly, often saying very nice things. You know, I love you, or whatever it is, a lot of highs and hellos, depending on where I am. And it really hasn't been negative at all. And maybe that's just the approach I take. I have to give all my credit to a gentleman named Stephen Huff, who I was lucky enough to stumble on his videos on YouTube. If you want to find Huff, Huff Paranormal. And through him, and watching his videos, you know, he showed me a much kinder, much more gentle approach. He took all the hype out of it. And he's also a photographer, a professional photographer. So if you need a photographer or want to buy equipment, I'm not sure if he sells actual equipment himself. Take a look at his site. He reviews cameras and that sort of thing as well. Huff Photography, Stephen Huff Photography. But I started watching his videos and really got a whole different take on this, and that's how I started doing it myself and conducting my own research and trying different approaches. Now, I had a lifelong interest in spirits and ghosts and the paranormal for an awful long time, and going into all aspects of my life might bore you at this point, and maybe I might want to do it at another time, but I kind of wanted to talk to you about my sort of evolution from someone who watched these kind of hyped up shows like Ghost Adventures to taking a whole different kind of approach. So anyway, we'd like to keep our session at about 5 minutes or so, and I think we've hit this mark. So I'm going to say goodbye for the time being. Goodbye to the spirits. And this is the last chance to say anything. You want to say goodbye? Okay. So we'll have some more remote videos coming up. And in the meantime, thank you very much for watching.